and it's like a family business. She pulled out like, the last of their savings to like, make this business happen and accommodate these people, so on and so forth. So once these people touch down, again, there's no hotel for them to go to, because if you look at this island, there's really no infrastructure there. Like, there's not a whole lot of buildings, not a whole lot of place to like house people. So they get there and they're like, instead of sending people to where the actual campsite is, they send them to like this restaurant. And they're like,
and they boozing them out for like 6 hours.
Literally boozing in the hot sun, just pouring tequila down people's throats.
So again, imagine getting off a plane.
Kind of carrying on.
Yeah, it is.
But not like that.
Well, imagine getting off a plane, not going to your room to drop off your bags, and just going straight from the plane to the beach, with your bag.
Well, they even have their bags, because that shit was a whole different story.
Your carry-on.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Your personals.
Yeah, you still dressed in New York or whether you came from.
Yeah, you got on your Hillman hoodie and your sweater.
Right.
I mean, your shorts, because that's how I fly.
You got your... Imagine leaving Brooklyn or Queens, and you still got your flip-flops on with your socks. And you got your tech suit on, your Nike tech on, and you in the middle of Bahamas,
95-degree weather. It's a breeze because you're on the beach, but still,
you got your Beats headphones on. You tight.
Like, what the fuck is this? But again, they get them to this beach.
And you give me tequila,
right? And literally just funnel it down people's throats.
I didn't see no mixers.
No mixers. None. Their whole game plan was just get these people drunk and we'll figure it out later.
Which was even more crazy because, everything was figured out later. Because I think while they were shooting the promo video, he had sold out. They had launched a website.
Oh, they did?
And they sold about 15 while they were in Bahamas. Or they launched a website to sell out because people are now seeing that orange square.
Oh, right.
So those who have money, of course, they're going to jump on it. They're going to say, what the fuck is this going on? I got the funds.
Yeah, and like $1,000 for packages, and I'm like, wait, what? Again,
and to think you're going to get on a private jet, and you on a fucking Boeing.
They was on Greyhound in the sky. Yo, it was like they were like 5 rows deep in one plane. I was like,
no, they were more than 5 rows.
Was it more than? I mean, not 5 rows. I mean 5 people in a row, like 5 seats deep.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I don't feel like this on Delta. Like, y'all, it's 8 people in a row. What the fuck? And that's on one side of the plane. Nah. Private jet my ass.
What in the Con Air is this?
Yo, no, for real though. Like, they really fuck these people up. And again, this must be the luxuries of, because again, I didn't see a whole lot of black people on this island.
No, I didn't see
I counted a couple in the background.
This really wasn't for us.
I saw like one black guy who like was in the mix when Billy was talking to them outside the little campgrounds.
He was ready to turn shit up.
But like there wasn't a whole lot of black people there because again, like that's not happening.
All right, now to the real meat and potatoes, like this shit, like I feel bad.
Sorry, I want to bring up one more thing before we like kind of divert from that. So the other thing I wanted to bring up, which is very fucked up, but I did find it funny, and I was like, "Ooh, I might be a bad gay." When they told that man he was gonna have to suck dick to get the water, yo. So there's a part of the documentary where I don't remember the man's name. Let's call him Will, whatever.
Oh, I got his name.
So Will,
I definitely got his name.
So I definitely got his name.
I got his name. So, all right, so hold on. So his name is Andy King. He's the event producer.
Okay.
And then you have Grant, who's the marketing director, who is more of the
one with the beard.
Yeah,
and the ponytail.
No, with the glasses. This is from.
Which documentary are we talking about?
Well, he was in both of them. He was more the heavy set guy. He was in charge of the marketing and like more the vision.
Oh, okay.
And then you have Billy Fallon, who is the Fyre fraud founder. Mm-hmm. And you have Ja Rule, who's a co-founder.
Trash.
Now, which really, a lot of this thing, like a lot of it seemed like pointless, what do you want to say? Pointless planning and a lot of
poor planning. Not even pointless. It was just poor.
Oh, poor planning.
Yeah.
And a lot of pointless partying. There we go.
Yeah.
Poor planning and pointless partying. Because if you look at
they didn't have money for anything. They would like they would get a bill from something. They'd be like, so for example, like with the alcohol tax, I think they bought like what was it, like $2 million, which
$2 million. Comes out. I could have told you that shit was gonna easily clear like $500,000 in tax. In the Bahamas,
so much taxes on it.
The tax was $900,000 on that.
Y'all didn't go to the duty free. Y'all didn't go to duty free and get that to happen. But yeah, no, like that. The thing with the water, like they bought all this water for the people. Like what's it called? A truck, whatever you want to call it, like a truck full of water. But they didn't have the money to pay the taxes because it came through customs, and customs was like, all right, well we gotta put some tax on this, and they didn't have the money to pay it. And they're gonna ask this man,
Andy,
they're gonna ask Andrew to go down and, suck the head of customs dick. And basically they presented him like, we need you to take one for the team. Fuck the team. Like, ain't no way in hell. Like,
I don't know, like... And
he was gay, or he is gay, but which again still doesn't negate the point. But I'm like, that's mad degrading. Like, I'm not about to, like, I'm not.
There's no
unless you wanted to give them Toppy already.
There's no story. I could tell you, I don't need to be on an entire team before I could tell you I'm not fucking with a plan.
Oh yeah,
it could be three people deep, and I could tell you this shit's not together. Nope, there's not.
And that's the crazy thing is that people throughout the whole documentary kept saying that,
and I never understood.
Saying, we need to pull out, we need to cancel on this, we need to not do this.
But they were still helping.
Well, yeah, but I think you probably need to make money, like.
But nobody had ever been paid. I never understood this.
Well, no, nobody. I think nobody.
Hold on, if you come to me and when people, this is the part that got me. When people were asking, they were getting paid different amounts, and he dropped off cash in a brown paper bag.
Oh, I missed that. I missed that part.
This was on the Netflix, I think. Damn, I should have wrote this shit down.
Yes,
this is why I watched both of them 3 times. So
I watched both of them back to back. So it was just 6 hours of mess in my brain. It was just like, what? What are y'all doing?
Yo,
what? Tents? What? Hurricane relief? What is happening?
The tents.
It's so much.
Now, have you? What could have possibly? Is there anything in this world that?
Imagine. I'm sorry. Imagine going on a fucking vacation and think you're gonna stay in a villa with 3 bedrooms, hopefully a bathroom, a TV, lights, electricity, and you get there and it's supposed to be a luxury tent, and it is 2 air mattresses side by side in a tent that has previously been rained on.
I haven't even been scammed on Airbnb like that, thank God.
Thank God, because
your Airbnb was lit than that whole beach.
It was. I actually would go back to Airbnb. If it had a door, that sounds weird.
What you mean?
Like, because so the Airbnb we stayed at when we went to D.C.,
and less gunfire outside.
Less gunfire outside, this is true. But... Listen, it's nigga from Flatbush, it's another day, another dollar. But the problem is, it was almost like I guess it was like a townhouse. So like almost like similar, it's like a brownstone in New York City. Like it was one door to the whole house, but there wasn't any really separation between like upstairs and downstairs. Like he had a door to his section, like down in the basement. Oh, yeah, but we didn't have a door. Like you could walk right up into the living room if you got into the house. Right. Bedrooms were fine because bedrooms, but a door there would have been like a little bit.
I didn't put too much stock into that thought or anything. But I didn't
either, only because it was us.
And I didn't have any real valuables, like clothes or whatever.
I didn't, my life, nigga, you have no real valuables. If I die, I die. Nah, I want to live. Yeah. I want to live. Randall, speaking of bad Airbnb experiences, though, if you're ever in the mood for a good Airbnb story, there's an episode of The Friend Zone where Asante stayed at an Airbnb in Atlanta. I forget what episode it was. It was late last year, but it is a great story, which ends with somebody or the owner of the actual owner of the house taking the TV off the wall and taking the bed out the house. But again,
that's crazy.
Oh, it was a crazy story. I'll send it to you. It was wild. Wild.
No, but back to this story. Have you ever been scammed or like mentally invested in something and financially invested to the point where it wasn't up to par, or you just got royally scammed? Because I mean, these people. I
don't think so, but I don't partake in a lot of. I did buy something off eBay.
It was no, I got scammed too one time.
Yeah, I bought something that was like very broken, but it was like I was like 19. It was like my first time buying something off of like eBay.
You took the L?
Yeah, I just took the L.
Yeah, I took it.
And it was I only bought it because I had a gift card. Like I got a gift card from eBay, and it was like $100. So I was just trying to just rack it up. Like let me just buy a bunch of stuff. But
you want to hear mine? Since we sharing them.
Okay, yeah, yes, I do.
I'm gonna tell you because I was thinking about like, damn, I don't want to tell this story. I'm gonna tell you. So one time I was looking for this phone. I can't remember. I think it was a Dash. It was a long time ago.
A Dash?
Whatever. Like a Dash. It was like a BlackBerry. Oh, it was a BlackBerry.
Oh, yes, the Dash. Gotcha.
It was a minute ago. So I was like, I got my little money.
Everybody was thirsty for that BBM.
I don't think it was. I don't think there wasn't BBM on this phone.
Well, no, because Dash had the. I'm thinking of the Pearl.
I could have been right out of high school. I can't remember. Anyway, so I'm thinking online. I'm like, yo, I'm looking for, on Craigslist. And Craigslist was popping at this time. So, motherfuckers like, yo, take this shit to Western Union, da-da-da-da. My stupid
Western Union. Oh, so like wire the money?
My dumb ass. Oh, I didn't even think, no.
Oh. Oh, baby.
Hold that.
Oh, get your eye off the mic. Oh God! I hope you don't have pink eye anymore.
No, but it was like a buck $50, $80, some shit like that. Maybe 200. It was gone. It was gone. motherfucker started responding immediately. I was like,
believe it.
And so they stopped talking. I was like, oh.
And you couldn't cancel it.
I couldn't even think about it. I couldn't. No, it was over.
Damn.
That was a good scam, though.
That was a good scam.
But I was not thinking. You know, when
this is also like 2004?
Yeah, it was early.
Yeah, this is early scamming days. Shouts to JT. But yeah, this is early scamming days. You know, this is before people really knew the ropes like that. But listen, you live and you learn.
And it was a
that's what they call. What's it called? Not street cred. Not street justice. Street justice if you were to beat his ass. But
I believe in karma too, so I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't stress. I was like, this motherfucker gonna get his.
Yeah.
It's like, watch this motherfucker be in jail next year.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it probably is right now.
Yeah.
Probably still is.
Probably doing some other shit. Yeah, go ahead.
It's probably Bobby Kelly. Was that his brother's name? What's his brother's name? R. Kelly's brother. The one that's in jail.
Was it? Oh, I was not trying to Carrie.
Carrie?
Is it Carrie?
Oh no. It don't matter.
Sean?
No, I don't think it's no Sean. I know Casey is the one. Oh, is it Casey?
All right, I'm not.
You know what? Fuck it.
Well, anyway.
It's been a long day, y'all.
Right, we're looking at each other like, Jesus?
Right? Latrell Kelly?
No, but how do you feel that Ja Rule's responsible? This is like the real thing. This is a real conversation right here.
Yes. I think he is, because I think if you're going to invest money and time and planning, if you're going to put your name on something, you got to know what you put your name on.
That's where I'm at, because
and that's how I feel. Even with stuff that is like not of mine, but like even working with like different organizations, like I really have to think like, you know, even if my name isn't on like the marquee or like on Front Street, is like, do I want to align myself with this? Because if this look bad, we all look bad. Especially having the visibility that Ja Rule does.
All right, yeah, especially with the visibility. So if he's not the point two man as far as the businessman, you're the ambassador. So a lot of the reason
which is
why
almost even worse, because you don't even get to say
you didn't get to say, you don't know where the money's going.
You don't have much say of like what happens creativity of like production wise. You're just the face.
You're just the face.
Yeah.
And you in these videos and you toasting, and then you get online and say,
you in a lot of videos.
A lot of toasting.
A lot of toasting.
This one,
a lot of celebration.
This is what I'm saying.
Celebration, bitches.
Yo, let me tell you what also got me, and I almost forgot about this. You ever been with some like, the thing about business people is like you ever had a boss who's like a little bit too flaunty, or like you ever worked with somebody, you like,
sure do.
This is bullshit. You gonna bring this whole fucking team down.
I was gonna say his name. That's fucked up.
Oh yeah, do I know?
No, you don't know him.
Well,
TB.
I don't know. But anyway,
if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. But anyway, this reminded me a little bit like a Jay-Z song. He was like, too much flossing, too much Sam Rothstein. Like they was doing too much shit.
Too much.
Like you ever seen Casino? They was doing a lot.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of Dame Dash a little bit. Like, yo, you doing a lot.
Oh, Dame Dash does do a lot.
I'm like, y'all doing a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, as like, if you ever see the people, they always say, if you ever see the real like entrepreneurs who are the movers and the shakers, they not partying like going too crazy.
Oh yeah, no, because you're holding it down.
This motherfucker was on jet skis every day.
Yep. Like
he was.
Because again, what was Ja Rule doing in 2016? You know, like,
and that's another thing.
What was he really doing? Especially, he had just come home from jail. He's probably living his best life.
As an influencer, not to shade Ja Rule, like when you align that name with business, I can't really equate him to
bet on that.
I can't.
Yeah, I can't bet on Ja Rule in 2019.
I can't equate him to any business that I know. If you had put 50 Cent in, I'm sorry, this is a terrible.
Yeah, you could have went with Hov. But you're right. If you put 50 Cent on it,
I would have been, 50 probably about to pop off.
Yeah, there's going to be some good shit.
But it was like, Ja Rule, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And the thing is, they could have really made this thing work if they had did it on a smaller scale.
No, legit.
Because if you had, say you shot the video, you did whatever, but you had less people. You shot like a select, like, we're doing a trial run, and you do like a 500 people come down there. You could accommodate 500 people.
I mean, even that they still couldn't have done because there was no infrastructure. There was no place to put. There was physically no buildings to put people in.
Yo, it's so much to this document. They was moving islands, like moving from island to island because
they're moving venues. Like we meeting at Jay house. Nah, we're gonna meet at Kevin house. Nah, Kevin house getting renovated. We're gonna be at Sean. Like you can't be bouncing around like that.
And you cropping shit out like this. Crazy. Yeah. They was cropping property out to kind of
property. This shit was such a shit show. Yeah, I delighted in it because again, I feel no sympathy.
I didn't feel no bad. No, I felt bad for the lady. You know what? And I thought in Ja Rule's, he wrote a bunch of this thing like I've been hoodwinked, I've been led astray, I've been bamboozled. Yeah. But my thing is with the people who respectfully haven't been paid and did hard labor, if you can't give the money out